Welcome, dear students. These days I'm dealing with the seed certification topic. So I'm continuing that. So this is at present I'm dealing the procedure of seed certification. You see the third point, inspection of seed fields. Once you have approved the application, then the seed certification official has to inspect the crop particularly at different stages of growth and maturity, particularly to see whether the minimum seed standard is being followed or not. The foremost is that whether isolation is maintained or not. What was the preceding crop? Whether it is meeting the standard. Here I would like to explain that you see in seed production, once in maybe in wet season, you have grown rice, a variety MTU 7029 that is known as Swarna for seed production, certified seed production or foundation seed production. So in that field, whether in this year you are going to grow, whether last year you have grown BPT 5204 for seed production or for crop growth, for crop production, it should not be there. You would have grown other crop, no problem. But as per the seed certification standard, it is advised that you should not use that field where you have used previous year, in previous season, the other variety of the same crop. You have to avoid that. If even then you are not having the facilities and seed certification official has approved your field, then there are some which has to be dealt in other lecture. There are some procedures which should be followed for growing the other variety of same crop in this season. So that can be dealt in another video. So seed certification official, particularly seed certification inspector, used to go for the inspection of seed fields. So isolation has to be seen properly, then preceding crop has to be seen properly, then mixture of other varieties, as well as wheat crops, as well as other crop plants, whatever mixtures are seen, whether can it be controlled by proper roguing. So the seed inspector has to decide everything, and he has to plan accordingly. During the crop season, he has to plan his visit. That, and particularly you see during crop growth and just before flowering, he must visit, so that whatever roguing can be done, that must be completed before flowering. Maximum roguing must have been completed before flowering. The inspector has to decide all these things. Of course, he has to plan at the grain filling stage as well as at maturity stage. So this much visits he has to plan to the field of seed growers. Then only he can decide that whether this particular seed grower is meeting all the requirements of minimum seed standard, of field standard as well, or not. So appropriate stages of crop growth he has to go for isolation, preceding crop requirement, roguing and other specific operations as per minimum seed standard, standard for certification, may reject if not meeting the standard. But the seed inspector is not going to reject it. He has to submit his report to his office, state seed certification office, where the director or joint director or deputy director, whosoever is the heading in that office of that jurisdiction, he has to take the decision. He has to examine the things, and accordingly he has to take decision as per his experience. If it has to be rejected, immediately the grower has to be informed in writing with a copy to the inspector involved in that area that yes, this has to be rejected. So this has been written here. Immediately upon conclusion of the inspection season, all reports on problem fields shall be grouped together and evaluated. The director of the seed certification can make a preliminary determination on what action need to be taken. The action taken should be communicated to the grower immediately with a copy to the concerned inspector. So this is completed. If it is approved, then we have to move forward. Inspection of seed processing. Then again seed inspector of State Seed Certification Agency has to visit the processing plant. What he has to see? He has to see that proper processing is going on without any admixture, by adopting all minimum seed standard for certification. You see, lot of admixtures are coming, because if you are using a processing machine for one variety and immediately if you are using for second variety, lot of seeds are getting admixture. So proper quantity of the seed has to be removed first, and proper cleaning has to be done. Whether it is being done to avoid the admixture, it has to be assured by the seed certification officer or seed certification inspector concerned in that area. So he has to see all these things. The moisture of the seed lot has to be seen, whether it has been dried by, if it has been dried by the air dryers. So they should not, the temperature should not go, the hot air temperature should not go beyond this 43 degrees Celsius. Proper seed treatment is being done or not after processing. The seed lot is homogeneous or not. So all these things has to be decided by the seed certification officer. So So seed lots, proper recording is being done by the seed grower or not. So all these things has to be decided by the seed inspector. If something wrong is coming, he has to report accordingly to his office that this is the problem to this seed grower, and accordingly the action has to be taken. So if it is well, then you have to proceed for next seed sampling. At the same time, when he is visiting at processing plant and processing is completing, then he has to take, the seed inspector has to take the proper sample. It is dealt in other chapter, the seed sampling chapter, how the seed samples are taken. So whatever seed samples are taken from the seed lot, the homogeneous seed lot, the proper quantity, the required quantity has to be deposited to seed testing laboratory of state seed certification agency. The seed inspector or seed official has to deposit, has to take the sample. That sample is known as submitted sample. Whatever sample he is taking from the plant, that is submitted sample. The sample is being submitted to the seed testing laboratory for seed testing. What are the testing? Genetic purity has to be tested. Other purity, physical purity has to be tested. Other crop seed has to be tested. Noxious weed percentage has to be tested. The moisture content has to be tested. The germination percent has to be tested. So all the things has to be done quickly by the seed testing laboratory. So whatever sample has been submitted by the inspector, the seed testing laboratory, the technician of the seed testing laboratory are taking the working sample from that submitted sample, and on that basis for different tests. So on that basis he has to make the report of that seed sample. So accordingly he has to submit the seed testing laboratory for testing purity, germination, mixture, other crop and weed seeds. If a lot fails to meet standard, what will happen? So there should not be any any error should not be there. You have to be very, very cautious. If any sample is failing for that, you have to repeat the testing. That so much labor, so much expenditure has been done. If by mistake, by error, if there is something wrong, failing, sample is failing the minimum seed standard, so you have to retest to avoid the problems. So then retesting should be done to ensure no error has occurred. So this is a seed sampling. Once it is passing, then tagging and sealing. The seed testing laboratory has to give the report to the concerned seed officer or seed testing inspector, seed certification inspector, which you call. Just upon receiving a satisfactory report from official of seed testing laboratory, tagging and sealing has to be completed by the seed certification officer or seed certification inspector. Tagging and sealing should be done under the supervision of agency by that officer or concerned inspector, and affixing of tag and seals on container completes the process of seed certification. So one has to be very, very sincere about testing all the processes of seed certification. You should know few more points under seed certification. You see the 8th point, extension of validity period. Say for example, if you have produced enough quantity of foundation seed or certified seed for which certificate have been provided by the state seed certification agency, and if you could not sell all the quantity, if something is left over, so because the period of certification is mentioned in your certificate, you cannot sell beyond that. So for selling beyond that period, you have to take extension of validity period that will be provided by the seed certification agency only. So what has to be done? For a period of 6 months, again, at each subsequent validity, if you require, seed grower is requiring further more extension, then he has to submit the application validity as long as the seed conforms to the prescribed standard. So seed certification agency can give the extension of the validity of the seed lot if it is meeting the requirement, all the seed minimum seed standard requirement. So you can sell after getting this extension validity. Then again, 9th point, you must know revocation of certificate. You see, there are a lot of problems are there. So sometimes by mistake or by hiding some truth, if certificate has been given to the seed growers, and after that, if it has come to the knowledge of the seed certification agency that this certificate has been taken in the wrong way, or seed certification agency has given the certificate on some ground that this report has to be submitted by you, and without submitting that you have started selling that. You have got the certificate and you have started. Then seed certification agency has to give him notice, and he has to give again a chance to him within time limit. He has to submit that report. If he is submitting, then it's okay. Otherwise, seed certification agency is going to revoke the certificate. Then after, he cannot sell this seed as a seed in the market. So this is about here. Then next point, appeal against certification agency. If seed grower is aggrieved with the decision of the rejection by the seed certification agency, there is again opportunity is there to go for appeal in the proper appellate decided by the state government. So this is here. If any certified seed producer is by a decision of certification agency is aggrieved, may appeal against the decision of the certification agency to the appellate authority specified by concerned state government. Such appeal should normally be made within 30 days from the date of receiving rejection letter from the certification agency. The application should be accompanied by a treasury receipt for a sum of prescribed fee. Then the decision of the appellate authority will be final for that certificate. So now I'm ending the chapter, you can say, seat certification. I hope this is going to help a lot throughout the world, you can say, for providing quality seed to the growers. So thanking you very much.